In my cohort, my students wanted to figure out how to make dog bowls, and I'd never made them before, so this was the first way I thought of making one, which was just to make a open bottom. There's no clay on the bottom here. There's no bottom. Just make a dome. I wind up making them 3 different ways, but this is the first one that I thought of. So I'm going to close this up. And then I'm going to collapse that top part and push it down. But you can see there's some resistance because it's airtight. So I had to open a hole back up in there. And then I close the hole up at the end. Here, I'm taking some extra time to close that hole up. So that's the first one. I think I used about 2 pounds for this. And at the end, I felt like, I should make it a little bit bigger because that's a pretty good size for a finished dog bowl. Here's the second one, which is going to be throwing it like a bowl and then flopping the rim over. And if I were going to make this again, what I would do before I flop the rim is actually finish it because it winds up being a sensitive part to trim. So I would have, I use a broccoli rubber band and made a really nice finished rim and then flopped it over. But that's a pretty cool other way of making this form. And I also wouldn't cut it yet. I'd wait until cut them later. Okay, so then I'm going to make it inverted. This was kind of interesting. I have to leave a little clay at the edge. I'm going to open it up and make a dome. But that dome is going to stay this time and be the bowl. And this is throwing the whole thing upside down. This was a really, really fun project. Just to have 3 different ways, completely different ways of throwing the same bowl. And this was done live in my class, and so, my students were kind of giving me ideas of other ways of making it. I just thought of the first way, and then they had these other two ideas. In the end, I'm not really sure which is the best. I think they all work pretty good. So that was really fun.